2019. Welcome to the show. Turn off my Wi-Fi.
Oh, I should turn off my Wi-Fi.
Turn off my ringer. All right, guys, I'm super excited that you're here. I'm super excited to be home.
Yeah, we're home. Yay.
I know I think some of you actually had a harder journey that we did coming back. But I hope you're all back safe. I hope you're all back in a comfy place. I'm super excited for tonight, folks, because when we were in Galveston, we launched our new product. We talked about it on the Coaches Mastermind tonight. And tonight, for the rest of you, we are going to do the same. So before we get into that, we got a few things we need to talk about. So as you know, we start off the same every single time. While you folks are trickling in, I see there's about we just hit over 600. Okay, good.
Mike gets to butcher some names.
I get to butcher some names. So we had 2 weeks to talk about because, of course, we skipped the webinar or the mastermind last week because of the Galveston trip. So some pretty exciting stuff to talk about. So 2 weeks worth of stats, and I know you guys love these stats. So let's talk first. Let's get right to the really awkward part. Let me go through the new ranks. So the week prior, these folks all hit 3A. Congratulations to Aliza Mulaboy, Anu Saju, Christine Sanchez, Daryl J. Palalan, Deborah and Karen Lee, Fifian Lay, Fiona Paquet, Leonore Meroles, Mai Lam, Rachel Del Mundo, Sherry Pinard, Suzanne Lee Wilson, Tara Nebraska and Jamie Espiritu, Warren Rogers, and Janet Dandon in her 3A Stacks account. Now, we had a bunch of new 4As that week as well. Azizar Alexander, Barcelano Becca, that is a cool name, Graham Maynard, Jake Robertson, Julia Bayon Benito, June Tan, and Sharon Ross, and Precious and Orlando Privosa, 4A in 2.5 months. Holy heck, wow.
You know what that means? You're all hitting 6A.
Yep. Sheila Marie E. Dingle also hit 4A in her Stacks account. Now, we also had a new 5A that week. Who was it? It was Nellie Ann Cantil Aguero. And, of course, we had some 6As. We had Amy Ting, Francis Seacom, Franz Nicholas Tan, Joy V. Miranda, and Kit Liba. Is that how I say it?
Well, I don't know.
There's a G here, so it's like Liba. Oh, okay. And Rebecca Estoque Fianza and Vanessa V. Congratulations, guys. Now, the week after, let's talk about that.
They're all going to be announced. Well, I saw Vanessa on the
so that was October, so that should be December if they got in on that week, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they got there.
So you'll be at the December meeting.
Yeah, I see those names.
Which, by the way, the Vancouver December meeting, because that affects most of you, is going to be on December 6th, that first Friday of the month. Thank goodness Enagic moved it back because it's mostly Dream Team. It's going to be a heck of a day. All right, so now let's talk about the 3As the week after. We had Anne Fulgencio, Annalie Bolau, Champa Miller, Elfnish Belay, Gregory Cajes Juan, Jenny L. Smith, Kevin and Gina Chiam, Merle and Ken Marino, Rachel Del Mundo, Saren Tewald, Tina Hansen, Wilma Pradwa Sleeman, Zara Glang, Jillian Leonardo Aquino in their stacked account.
Wait, didn't Rachel hit one the week before? So that means in 1 week?
I think so, yes.
Like another ring? Oh my God.
Woman's on fire. New 4As that week. We had Alexander and Riza de Chavez, Anne-Elizabeth DeWitt, Danielle Heisel, Danielle, Judith PG, Elwin Ostil, Estanislao Passion, Kanya PB. What does PB mean? Is that actually like
peanut butter?
How do you guys? Somebody's got to tell me how you pronounce that. Is it like pub, or is it PB, or is it? Am I doing this entirely wrong?
Or peanut butter?
Because there's no vowels in this. Or is that an acronym? I need to know. Manglo Lucky, also Romeo Lumbang, Sharon Estoriz, Teresa D'Souza.
Sharon Stories. That's my drag name. Oh my God. Oh no! Wait. Sharon Secrets. Sharon Secrets. Not Stories.
And Danielle, Mr. Alley's 4A in the main stacked account. Oh, 4A on the main and 4A on the stacked account. Ah, very cool. And Raz Cabrera also hit 4A on the stacked account.
Ooh.
Got some new 5As that week. Irish, oh my gosh, really already? Irish Marcellana, 5A already.
Wow.
Jane Campo, 5A. Jane Hill, 5A. And then new 6As, Mimi Ibra and Kyra Ladeo on the 4th stacked account, her 4th 6A. Nice work, everybody. All right, let's talk. What else we got here? Here's that other little spreadsheet. I got a lot of windows open on this computer. All right, well, let's talk about these. We got buyer stats. For the week prior, 3rd place went to Joy Ang with 7, and 2nd place was tied with Chris and Karen McCallum and Tigist Mulatto, 9 buyers. Sarah Lucier came in with 12 buyers.
Yeah.
Wow. But then she got eked out the week after. Oh, it was so close. Michelle and Dan Arceo took in top space with 12 buyers.
Yeah.
Sarah Lucier brought in 9 buyers again. Tigist Mulatto again brought in 9 buyers. And Ermi and Stefan Christensen, they said, I want on the board too. So they got in with 8 buyers. Rock solid, guys.
I want to know the secret.
I want to know the secret. Now let's see. We need one more. New coaches. That's what I'm looking for. Where is my handy little spreadsheet? You're not there. Where is it?
Oh, and new coaches. Speaking of, I know I'm behind on adding a couple because it wasn't on my computer the last couple days because we actually had no internet in our Galveston house for some reason. There was supposed to be internet, but there was no internet. So if I missed making you a moderator in the Dream Team, will you please send me a private message on Flock and just let me know? Because that coaches chat moves so fast. I try and scroll back through, but I still might not get all the way back to where you were at. So if you're watching this and you're not a moderator, yeah, just send me a little reminder.
All right. So new coaches. The week prior, we had Donna Burke, Joy Pilgrim, Kathy E. Paladoir, Emily Kamani, Rowena Nitniggett. I think I actually did a pretty good job of that. April Ann Cheong, Jacinta Stewart, and last week we also had Jeffrey Fianza, Lourdes Murray Medania, Rose Gettenbeek.
Did somebody say Rose?
And I love Rose. And Vilma Mejia. I bet you it's Mejia. So those are all brand new coaches. Congratulations, guys. Awesome. Very exciting. All right, folks. So tonight we are pushing back the curriculum and we are going to talk about 2 more things that are very important. Well, actually, before I go into that, one thing I do want to say, another reminder, get your tickets for the Enagic Convention. I'm going to try and remind you again afterwards. The reason we keep saying that you should be doing this, guys, is because you're paying a lot less money if you buy them now early on. And you also get free tickets to Cirque du Soleil if you're one of the first 1,000 people to get your ticket to the Enagic conference. Don't worry about the hotel. Don't worry about the flight yet, because remember, we're going to try and build a mastermind for the Dream Team before the event. And I'm just not too sure how many days it's going to be or where it's going to be.
At least 2.
Yeah, it's going to be at least 2. It might be 3. But so I just want to make sure that we know that before you book your flight and hotel and everything.
3. Oh my God.
But for now, you might as well save the money on the Enagic tickets, okay? All right, so I'm super, super, super excited tonight to launch our new product. And I want to kind of tell you a little bit about leading up to this, what the thought process was. Obviously, we've got a new product committee and everything that's been fielding ideas. But I tell you guys, over the last year, we have been looking at a lot of stuff. And what we kind of came to terms with was we wanted to find something not only that was another opportunity for us to make money, diversify, to create another income stream, but we also wanted something that was actually going to be useful for everybody, something that would help everybody. And if there's one thing that we've learned, it's that when you're a digital nomad, an online entrepreneur, that you have certain needs that are a little bit more evident than other people do in some areas. And so the product we're launching tonight is so exciting for me because I know how much it's going to help us, and I know how much it's going to help all of the people that have been here the longest and who are seeing the biggest results in the business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get into some slides. All right. Oh, wait, I did this wrong. Sorry. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. I've never done it this way, so this is new. So the new product launch as of today. God, I am so pumped for this, guys. I can't wait to show you. So here we go. Without further ado.
Wait. You have your no mic.
What?
Some people are saying there's an echo. Is it from your other screen?
Nope.
You're sure that?
No,
one's
I don't
on?
have a microphone on that side.
Okay.
So.
Because I thought it was mine.
No. All right, so the Positive Shift Academy, designed for online entrepreneurs, folks. This is exclusive to us, and I've got some video in here and everything, so we're going to walk you through this. What the heck is the Positive Shift Academy? Well, it's basically a health and workout program. It's relevant to anyone, regardless of your ability, regardless of your age, regardless of your location. It's something that you can build into your life and into your schedule, no matter where you find yourself. And our ultimate goal here is to ensure that everyone lives longer, happier, healthier lives. The goal here, guys, is to essentially make you healthy enough and strong enough to enjoy the rewards of all of the work that you put into this business. There's 3 core elements to the Positive Shift Academy that you're going to hear about tonight. Physical health and well-being, obviously, but along with that comes naturally is the mental sharpness and the spiritual alignment that comes from just by being plugged into such a powerful coaching program, and of course the abundance that flows from the affiliate side of this. So I want to introduce you to the man behind the brand.
Hi, my name is Tim Begley. I'm a personal trainer and a health coach. I'm so excited to be partnering with the Dream Team on this program. Now, in this age of technology, I see a lot of people who are suffering because they're spending so much time in front of their computer. More and more people are working from home, working long days in front of the computer, and not taking care of their bodies. This is a huge issue facing our community, and it presents as poor posture, low energy, and just generally being not very healthy and well. So we've created the solution. The Positive Shift Academy is specifically geared towards the life of an online entrepreneur. And by partnering with the Dream Team, we've identified 3 core areas. Number 1, health. Feeling well, having great energy, and loving the way you are. Number 2, clarity. Mentally sharp and spiritually aligned. Number 3, financial freedom. Being free from toxic work stress and providing abundance for yourself and other people. We make sure that you're successful by taking these large topics and breaking them down into small daily actions. For example, a routine for stretching and breathing that is just 2 minutes long and you can do at home, you can do it in the office, or if you're traveling. We have an app that you can carry around with you that has all of these routines, plus you get access to a super lovely, supportive community. We do challenges together, like 30-day challenges, and come together every single week on a webinar where we go over the common challenges that people have, and you're going to hear from myself as well as other coaches who are experts in their field. All of this to support everyone along the way. You're going to see us sharing from beautiful studios like the Positive Shift headquarters in Burnaby here. You're also going to see us on the road and how we travel and stay healthy. You'll see in my kitchen a behind-the-scenes look at my kitchen as well as my backyard when we talk about designing an environment for health. You get access to routines, great coaching, and a lovely supportive community. So join right now and let's get started. Hey, Tim Begley here. Welcome to my office. Now, not only am I passionate about health and fitness, but I'm also very passionate about the business of health and fitness. Because ultimately, it's the business that allows me to reach more people, inspire more people to be healthy, and change more lives. A couple keys to a fitness business are engaged customers and recurring revenue. You know, customers that keep coming back and they're loving the program and they continue to make purchases. You know, but it's more than that. It's the customer who they're telling all their friends about the program and how much weight they lost. They're taking pictures of themselves in front of their bathroom mirror and they're posting it on social media, and, you know, tagging people and just loving the program. They're looking great, they're feeling great, and they're inspiring a lot of other people to sign up. Now, we have an opportunity for you to be in the business of health and fitness as well. Our affiliate program pays a 20% commission when you refer people and they come through to make a purchase. And if they refer people and they go on to become an affiliate, you earn a 5% commission from those second tier referrals. This is recurring revenue for you as long as people keep up their memberships. Now, this is an exclusive affiliate program built for the dream team. You know, when it really works out for you and you see that your business is thriving, you're going to know exactly how many people you've inspired to make healthy changes in their life. And for me, you know, inspiring more and more people to be healthy, that's why I'm so passionate about the business of health and fitness.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. So before we go on through the rest of the slides, I want to introduce you to Tim. Tim is actually the trainer that Darren and I have been working with for quite a while. So I'm super excited to work with him in the community because I already know just how damn good he is at his job. So Tim, why don't you come on here and just kind of give a little bit of information about yourself and kind of give us some insight into where you see this program going.
Thank you, Mike. First of all, it is such an honor to be here with so many people tuned in. And it was truly an honor to be in Galveston with the people who were there. I'm actually still making my way home from Galveston, so I found a nice place here to tune into this webinar. And really, what this is about for me is about building a very healthy community, one that supports one another, gives a very clear structure from which to be healthy. So, you know, there's often a lot of guesswork. If you look at, you know, health advice on Facebook, should you do high intensity interval training? Should you do, you know, low intensity fat burning? It's often contradictory. It's hard to understand. What we have inside the Positive Shift Academy is a proven structure for goal achievement. And this is not just about fitness. It's not just about nutrition. It's also about business. You know, people are more successful when they write down their goals. They're even more successful if they write down their goals and then they have someone to share it with. And so taking that structure, making some things easy, like a 2-minute exercise routine that you can copy along with while you're taking a quick break from your work, but then having the supportive community to kind of shift the culture towards one where that's what we do. We take care of ourselves. It becomes the norm for the dream team that, you know, when we do a webinar, you know, instead of kind of slouching in, you don't need to be sitting and watching this, right? You can take up a nice expansive posture. You can take some good deep breaths and just take in the personal development that comes along with the mastermind, because it is all connected. And health is just one thing we've identified as something we could really boost up as a community at large. So in terms of where I see this going, Mike, I see this as, you know, we're going to start to see such beautiful examples of people who take this structure and it changes their life. And then not only does it change their physical appearance, it changes the way they feel, but it also changes their business because they become far more productive, more focused on their business goals as well as their personal goals. Anyway, that's where I see it going, Mike. I don't hear you, so I'm going to keep talking. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I started as a personal trainer, and recovery programs. I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, and so doing corrective exercises and more therapeutic exercises, coming up with fitness routines and health routines for people who have serious challenges in their life, whether it was a car accident or it was a chronic disease. My experience is working with people who are, they're not rock star athletes. They want to be able to go to work, but they have fitness goals as well, right? They care about the way they look. Everybody cares about the way they feel, and your performance is linked in there too. So really, this is the background I had. I actually suffered a lot from my own success as a personal trainer because, as you become good at something, more people want to book your time. And what I found was that I just didn't have any time for more clients. It was hard to keep up with my existing client list as well as meet my family demands. And this really pushed me towards group coaching and building out tools that a larger group of people can use, right? Because, it doesn't, even if you do hire a trainer and you go to the gym for 1, 2, or 3 hours a week, there's still a lot of time left in your week. And if you don't have a system and structure for how you prepare meals, for how you grocery shop, for stress reduction, left, with just that 1 or 2 hours at the gym, it's often not enough. And so that's really what led into this. And then looking at the dream team and getting to know Darren and Mike and many of their friends who are also in the business, I really saw that, success in the business sometimes led them down a poor health path. And it doesn't have to be that way.
It's true. There might have been some bad decisions made there, once or twice. Tim, you can hear me now, right, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Awesome. What I was saying earlier, and I just didn't realize I was on mute. I think, on a business level, what I love most about this is it's another opportunity for everybody just to stay plugged in and to be each other's cheerleaders, challengers, to hold each other accountable, even down that much more of a level. I just think it's going to be amazing in so many ways for us. I'm going to keep going through the slides here so we can kind of give everybody a bit of background on how this works. So the thing I want to make sure everybody's really clear on right now, guys, is this is an exclusive program for the Dream Team right now. And it's specifically only for the Dream Team members who are already Enagic distributors. People have got to sign up to Enagic first to be part of this, guys, or they've got to be a spouse of a Dream Team member who is an Enagic distributor. Nobody can buy into the Dream Team by purchasing a PSA account first. All right, that's really important. And until we notify everyone, for right now, we're going to roll this out cautiously just to make sure it all works seamlessly. You can only sign up existing Dream Team members who are distributors. Now, down the road, that might change. We might be able to release it to other people, but for now, let's make sure that we only sign up existing DT members who are distributors, okay? This is what we're gonna call a soft launch. Now, 2 subscription programs exist, folks. There's a 4-month and a 12-month subscription. This might sound eerily a lot like possibly Ukon. Ukon is available in 4 months and 12 months. And so we kind of tried to stick with the same platform just to make it easy on you guys. You can see there's different prices. $199 for 97 for 4 months, which breaks down to $49.99 a month. Or if you want to save some money, get the 12-month program. It breaks down to $44.99 per month. Either way, it qualifies you to participate in the program and to sell it as an affiliate, okay? Now, the program. Let's talk about that a little bit first. It's a series of exercise programs and videos that you can do regardless of where you are. What I love about this is it's not that you have to travel with a whole bunch of barbells and stuff and equipment. You can do this anywhere, and it's going to work for anybody in any location. There's an app to track your progress. There's weekly masterminds that Tim's going to be hosting so that you can stay on top of your game and keep plugged in. And there's also, of course, access to additional products and services coming in down the road that you can also purchase. Now, this is where it's going to get really interesting and also more specific to everybody's own custom needs. Tim, is there anything about this slide you want to chime in on?
Yeah, I'll just note that really this is a monthly program, and so the content is going to be changing monthly. There are some fundamentals of goal setting, goal achievement that don't really change. And so for new people coming in, there's going to be some fundamentals, things you can start working through. That's not going to change. But, you know, some months we go a little more into nutrition. Other months it's different content. And it's overwhelming if we lay it all out there right from the beginning. And this is part of the excitement, right? Is that every month new things are coming out, and that helps to, you know, engage people in the community. Every month we're going to have a 30-day challenge, and I think it's just important to mention both sides, that there are some fundamentals that it's good to really get a handle on in terms of goal setting and goal achievement. But then there's also fresh content coming out every single month.
For sure. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about business, because I know you're all dying to know how this thing works. This is the breakdown, guys. 20% commission on all purchases made by your direct signups. Notice the word all. So if they plug into other programs down the road, or if they end up buying products or anything down the road, you're going to be making commission on all of their future purchases. The beauty of this is also 5% commission that's available from their direct signups. What we have here is a 2-tier affiliate program. Just like the other programs that we used to work with, this is 2 tiers, which means you get paid on the people that you sign up directly and the people that they sign up directly. So if I sign up Darren and then he signs up Tim, I get paid on Tim's purchases. But if Tim goes and signs up Bruno or Virginia, I don't get anything, okay? The key here, folks, is you've got to remain active. If you cancel your program, then you lose your affiliate rank, and all of your signups are going to pass up to your sponsor. Exactly like Ukon. It's exactly the same process. You got to stay plugged into the program if you want to get compensated on the business side, okay? Now, please note, we are following the existing downlines. Like I said, right now, this is available only to existing Dream Team members who are Enagic distributors, which means we've got an existing downline to follow. So for those of you that want to sign up, ask your mentor for their affiliate link. And then if they don't have a link yet, what they're going to do is they're going to ask their mentor for their affiliate link. And it's going to keep passing up until somebody gets a link and can sign up everybody else down the road. We have already signed up a lot of the leaders because we had a beta test group set up that's been going through stuff and testing things for just over a month or so, a month and a half. But also after Galveston and now today with the Coaches Mastermind, a lot of people have also signed up. So the trickle down has already begun. So those of you that are interested, push back on your mentors and we can get you signed up fast. Now, here's the thing with couples. The first question we always get came up again on the Coaches Mastermind today is, if you're a couple, do you both sign up? The answer is yes. And there's 2 reasons to that. On the business side, what it means is as a household, you're making 25%. You're basically combining your commissions. But on a personal level, it also means you're both in the program. So now you can both benefit from getting that kind of interaction that is so important to really get results out of a program like this. And at the end of the day, you know, the key here, guys, is I think you're just going to get so much value out of this on a personal level. It's critical that you really do make sure that you both plug into it. All right. Now this is where it gets interesting. Tim has been very generous with what he's been set up here. So there's actually 2 incentives that he's put together that are just absolutely epic. First of all, let's talk about the launch bonus. So effective November 10th to December 25th of this year. So the people in Galveston already got a head start on this. Affiliates receive an additional 5% on their direct signups. So you're making 25% on all of your direct signups, folks. Huge, right? But look at this, it gets even better. $1,000 bonus award for the action takers. You know he's a coach when he creates an action taker award. Guys, look at this. Any new affiliate that signs up has 30 days from the date of signing up to earn a $1,000 cash bonus. All you have to do is tick off 3 boxes. The first one, you've got to complete all of the monthly content in the PositiveShiftAcademy.com course, which you should do anyway if you want this to work. You also have to complete and track your exercises in the Positive Shift training app for 10 days, which again, you're going to do if you really want this to work. And number 3, you're going to do this if you want it to work because you're going to sign up people with the annual membership plan. Anybody who signs up to the annual membership plan, which is pretty affordable anyway, if you get 10 of those, then you qualify for the $1,000 award with these other two boxes. I think the annual award or the annual membership plan is probably going to be the most popular because it ends up being the least expensive overall. We sell a ton of Ukon Sigma for the exact same reason. And at the cost of this thing, it's a lot cheaper to plug into this than it is for Ukon. So I suspect that's probably going to be the most interesting one. All right, so here's a scenario for you guys. You all know I'm numbers people, so let's talk about a scenario. I get a 1-year subscription, check. I plug into the program personally, check. I sign up 10 direct members, check, and they all got 1-year subscriptions. Well, guess what that means? As such, I qualify for not only the launch bonus, but I also get the Action Taker Award. What does that look like? Well, all right, so I sunk $539.88 into my subscription. I signed up my 10 directs. That is $134.97 each because I'm getting that bonus, that launch bonus, which means I'm making 25% on each one. Well, heck, there's already, meaning there's almost $1,350. So now I'm $809 in the green, but I also get that Action Taker bonus, which is another $1,000. Here's the thing, guys. In 10 days, I just made $1,800. Pretty good, right? That's pretty impressive. I think, this is going to get really interesting as we continue to grow and evolve and just keep adding more and more people to the mix. And I love this because, again, does it pay like a K Trifecta does for a 6A or somebody who's stacked their accounts? No, but can you pay your mortgage with this? Yes. And what I love about this program is, again, it takes some of the stress off your life so you can get back into your business, focus on making more money with the Enagic side as well. And at the same time, keeping on top of your game because you're so fresh, you're so hydrated, you're so fit, you're stronger, you're more plugged in. There's no way that you can't win doing this kind of program combined with the business we're already in, guys. So that's kind of it for the slides. I thought what we would do is we could just kind of bounce back and forth between Tim and I, and we can take some questions and kind of go in there. So if anybody has questions in the chat roll now, type them in here. And in the meantime, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and get back on camera.
Just a quick note that both the purchases as well as the commissions, all the finances is in US dollars. So you would pay in US dollars and you would get paid out commissions in US dollars.
Yes, great point, Tim.
So if you're Canadian, it's
25% raise. Yeah. Yeah, that's huge.
And I think a couple other countries too. US is worth a lot more.
The Australians are all over it.
Yeah. Australia,
all right, so how do you get 10 directs if you only have one buyer?
Quick question on the chat roll. There's a number going by there. I think Darren's going to do that. But yes, these are recurring commissions. So when someone renews their membership, you would earn those commissions again. If it was an annual membership, next year, a 4-month membership, 4 months down the road, when they renew, then you would get your commission paid out as again as well. Also, the commissions pay out on the 10th of the month via PayPal for the month previous to that. So the first payout is coming December the 10th for commissions earned in the month of November.
Right. Now, guys, remember, so Leslie, to answer your question, how do you get 10 downline? Well, you got 10 downline when you have 10 Enagic distributors below you. So if you've only had one buyer so far, it means you're early in the game. All right. That's okay. I mean, you don't have to do PSA right away. I did tell the coaches today that all the coaches are expected to plug into this program because I do firmly believe that if you're going to sell a program, you got to be using the program. But for those of you that are new, I mean, if you're a 1A, a 2A, or even a 3A, you're kind of saving up to stack your accounts and everything, you might not want to do this program right away. That's okay. Or you might want to do it all at once. At the end of the day, it always boils down to how much time you have and what your own unique budget is.
A couple of people have asked, can they do this instead of Ukon?
This has absolutely no bearing on the Enagic program, guys. Yeah. So if you don't sign up for Ukon, you're never going to get paid commissions on Ukon. You got to keep them clear and separate in your mind. Very important.
In the course, these are the fundamental tools and these are the fundamental ways to look at nutrition and to set yourself up with a good plan.
Hey, Tim, can you hear it?
There are custom food plans and custom exercise plans that are available. We'll be going into that on our first webinar within the about grocery shopping, scheduling time for meal prep, that are relevant regardless of the diet that you're following.
Guys, can you hear us on your side or no? Can anybody hear us?
Question there. How do we get people to sign up for this? So,
okay.
You'll
Tim, I'm muting you.
Maybe just text.
I'm gonna tell Tim to refresh on his side.
Yeah, his Wi-Fi might not be there.
I also see.
Looks like he's
So I also got a text message from our tech team here. We broke over 1,000, and so we are officially breaking another system tonight. So we might have to keep going. All right, Tim, reload browser. Hopefully he has his phone on. You can't hear us. Sorry, guys. I can't. I can't talk and type about separate things. Nope. All right. So let me see. Other questions. So who's doing the selling of PSA outside of the coaching calls? So Matthew, who is selling the? Nobody's selling it right now. This is how easy this is, guys. You have a downline. Matthew, who's in your downline? Find me 10 people who are your directs. They're going to ask you for your affiliate link, and guess what? There, you just sold 10 of them indirectly. That's how easy this is. Now, once we have the Enagic distributors in the Dream Team all set up, then that's going to be phase 2 of the launch. And then, yeah, it'll be done exactly the same way. It'll be on the coaching calls, and it'll be in the training site so that people can plug in either right away or when they choose. Now, again, when you become a coach, you're going to have to join. But if you join between 1A and 4A, it's totally up to you, right? So phase 1, we're just signing up the people who are in the group. Phase 2, we'll launch it to the new people also joining the group.
I'm still talking. Do you want to wave him down maybe? And it's just, no, but your phone.
I already texted him.
Oh, but don't show him the phone, like, and maybe he'll clue him to check.
Oh boy, I wonder what's going on his side.
He might see nothing. You know how that happened to us once on the webinar, where it just.
Tim, if you can hear me, check your phone, bud.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us, Tim, or no? We can hear you, but I'm sorry, I keep muting you because I don't think you can hear us.
I don't think you can hear us.
No. Shoot.
Systems.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you're going to be hearing a lot from Tim anyway, because he's going to be doing go lives in the Facebook group. There's going to be the masterminds that are held every Monday. There's going to be obviously more videos constantly getting added to the app.
Call him. I just haven't called anyone since 1990.
He's not kidding.
It gives me anxiety even thinking about it.
Sorry, did you move me?
I told him in the chat as well.
Okay. All right. Hopefully he gets one of those messages. We'll just keep talking until Tim comes on. So guys, if you have other questions, keep talking in here, okay? Keep dropping them in the chat.
Can I tell my story of why this is really important to me?
Yeah.
Especially if you've been here for a while. You've seen me yo-yo more times than Oprah with my weight going up and down. And Tim has been a trainer. He's a really good trainer, but the problem is we're not always on Main Island. And so as soon as we leave, we come to the city and it's exciting. We go out for dinner every night that we're here and all day. And, you know, we don't end up exercising because we get busy and we're off of our routine. So then my weight goes back up, and then we'll go to Maine for a couple of weeks and I'll get back in the routine and level it off again. And then, you know, as soon as we travel again or come here, it goes back up. So I've been on this yo-yo, and that's why we personally need something digitally, a program that we can stick to and everything. So instead of buying one separate, we thought, why not add this in? Because not only have we seen this in us, but I've seen, you know, from the top level down, looking at so many people over the years, I won't call anyone out, but a lot of people have put on weight as they've started to do this business, just like I did. you know, and just like Mike did. Mike was always so rail thin, and even Mike has put on, you know, a few pounds.
I don't know if I was ever rail thin.
You're pretty thin. So, I mean, you know, that's what happens when you're sitting, like they're saying sitting is the new smoking, basically. When you're sitting in front of a computer, you know, and especially for people, even if you're newer and you're still working at a desk job, and then you come home and you hop on your computer to spend time on this business. I mean, there's, you know, some people on their computer for 14 hours a day. I am one of those people because we work so much at this, and, you know, and it just, your whole body changes, right? Your posture starts going like this. So Tim is developing like a posture program for digital entrepreneurs to like get our, you know, shoulders back where they should be, and our backs. And because I know our backs are not great, you know, they go, especially since, you know, we started this, because you're sitting so much, and Leanne's back goes out all the time, and it's just, you know, I know I'm probably preaching to the choir, because, you know, there's a lot of you that are going through the same thing. Even with the water and the Yukon, which are amazing, it still doesn't take away all the aches and pains. You need to move. It's the movement piece that is so important. So I know for me, this is going to hold me accountable as a leader to actually do this, because it's one of our products, you know, and it's going to benefit us all. I mean, when you look and feel better, your energy changes, and that shows on your business page and on your you know, and on your social media, right? And someone asked earlier if you can post your fitness journey. Sure, why not? Don't necessarily post what you're doing, like what program you're doing, because, you know, not everyone that's following you is going to have access to it right now, obviously. But you know, I post pictures of me working out or whatnot. Like, there's no harm in that at all. So you can definitely post your journey. Yeah,
I think, you know, I cannot stress enough the importance of this on a personal level for all of us. So those of you that are serious about actually taking this long term and making this massive, please hear me now. You need this. You must do this. Otherwise, your body is going to hate you. Those of you that have never had a personal trainer before, you might not understand just how important this is. I mean, Tim understands, not only from his background of working with people in accidents and all his other clients, he having worked with us for so long, he understands the nightmare of what this business can do to you. And so the programs he's putting together are going to be geared around that. That combined with other stuff, like he's going to have things in there about diet, he's going to have things in there about weight loss, he's going to have things in there about bodybuilding, probably like muscle building and stuff. Somebody was asking today if they can create custom programs for him. There's actually going to be, if you want, on top of your existing subscription, also sign up for one-on-one virtual coaching. So for those of you that are more advanced and already looking to take this to a whole other level, that'll be available too. So there's no end to this and how big this could get. Right now, this is kind of the baseline program that you need to plug into when you're ready. And again, keep in mind, it's not mandatory for those of you that are new, because your number one thing right now is to get set up and to get your ads rolling, right?
Get your business off the ground. And I'll tell you this too, you know, and I know that a lot of people can agree with me that, you know, are already at these high levels. You can, you know, make as much money as you want, but if you don't have your health to enjoy it,
pointless.
It's pointless. You know, I'm there. I've felt it. And some of you have seen me go through different health things, you know, even live, because I've still had to do the webinars and the masterminds. When was it? About a year ago that I had rosacea, just out of the blue, didn't know why, didn't know what was going on. You know, you do all this research online. They say, oh, it's internal. I tried switching my diet. I tried everything. It didn't work. And my face just got redder and redder and redder. And then finally I got prescribed a cream from my doctor, and I found this other product on Amazon, and the combination of the two actually worked. So if you have rosacea, send me a message, not on Facebook, but on Flock, and I'll send you what I used, because it obviously worked for me. And I told a few people back then, and it worked for them too, and it totally changed their life. So, but yeah, if you don't have your health, you're not going to be able to enjoy the wealth. So there's really no point in doing this business and you know, getting yourself to that stage in life where you have all the free time and the money to spend. And then if you can't enjoy it, You know, like we want to go to the Maldives, you know, the pictures with the huts on the beach and everything. I've been dying to go there. We have the money to go now. We could go tomorrow, but I don't want to go looking like this because I want to take drone pictures and I want to be, you know, hot from from those drone pictures. I want to have the body, right? So it's important, you know, and not just for the physical part of looking, but it's also the feeling. It's the energy levels, like.
Well, the self-confidence that comes with it.
Yeah, but you want more energy to be able to enjoy it. Like when we take time off from the computer now, we're usually tired, right? We're like, we just want to watch more we just want to sit and watch Netflix, and that's not great. I mean, there's some good TV on Netflix, don't get me wrong, but it's, you know, it's not healthy. We want to be more active, and so that's why we're doing this, and we want everybody to live that way.
Tim, I see you hopped on again. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. Awesome. All right. Good stuff. So we got all three of us back on here, guys. So if you got questions that you want to ask Tim directly, feel free to jump in. Tim, is there anything you wanted to add to anything that we were just saying? Or I'm sorry, I think I know I had you on mute and you were talking about all kinds of stuff. And
I was talking about, but it's gone. That's all in the past. I don't even recall what it was. Just with respect to what Darren mentioned, Darren, you know, the other point to like searching around and finding all this is that you know, I've worked with people who've become very wealthy and then they've lost their health. And it's not just about, oh, now I have to get this cream or get this other thing. They will do anything. They will spend any amount to get their health back. And the most of the ailments, as you know, that are killing people now are long-term, 30, 40 years in the making. And it's the lifestyle that is the best medicine, but you can't go back the 30 or 40 years. And so Darren, would you agree that like you would have spent anything, you would have kept searching until you found something? Is that accurate?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, it's invaluable. I mean, well, and you know, Tim, like when my back goes out and I could barely even get out of bed, I mean, I would pay anybody to take away that pain, but there's no easy cure, right?
Yeah, and you know, the best time is now, right? There's no sense dwelling on the past. If you're not happy with how things have gone in the last few years, the best time is now. And part of this being a real shift within the whole dream team is that, you know, it's easier to do it when you're in a community where this is the norm. Everyone is working on taking good care of themselves. Everyone is working on, you know, taking a break from the computer to kind of open up, stretch out a little bit. And this is normal for us. This is how we take care of ourselves.
And when we were on the coaches chat today, somebody actually rose a really good point. They plugged into Beachbody like a decade ago, and then they did it again since. And where Beachbody started 10 years ago compared to where that app and that program is now, night and day difference. So what I'm so excited about in working with Tim on this program is I've seen his speed of implementation. And so I know that he's going to be so incredibly receptive to feedback through the whole program for all of the users that this thing is just going to evolve at such an amazing rapid pace. And the advantage we have here, guys, is that this is uniquely ours. This is something that this community can really grab hold onto and really use it to help each other thrive. You know, we've all seen how the challenges impact us and help us. We've seen what a Go Live challenge can do. Imagine what this could do for the community. I mean, there's just so much that can come out of this. And I just think it's going to be the best thing that we've ever done for ourselves here. Let me see.
Yeah, other questions. A quick question there that actually came up in Galveston a few times in terms of exercise, and, you know, is there going to be some easier ones for people who are, you know, everyone's at a different level. Right now, what's there at the moment is structured in a couple different ways. Number one, we have some like restorative movement routines, which are not designed to be exercise. This is not like going to the gym and loading yourself up. This is the like shoulder shrugs and breathing, right? Deep breathing, shoulder shrugs that brings blood flow. It brings all kinds of good things associated with movement that's good for balancing out the time you spend sitting in front of your computer, driving, doing other sedentary tasks. So there would be actually two there, one being just straight breaks that you would do for a very short period of time. Secondly, restorative movement routines, which might be like a 10-minute gentle movement routine for the lower spine. And then we have, moderate and intermediate exercise routines, which are, strength training. None of them at the moment require any equipment, but we will be, as people move through the content and we get to see what's really working and what people need. And of course we do have custom programs. I might've been on mute when I mentioned that, but Monday on our first webinar, we're going to be talking about the one-on-one coaching and the custom nutrition and exercise programs that are available.
And Tim, what time are your webinars going to be on Mondays?
7:45 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay. And how long are they going to go?
Well, we're still working that out. I think about 30 minutes, but we've got to see how we go. I can talk for a long time.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. And can you maybe talk about, like, you and I have talked a little bit about the go lives and stuff that you're planning on doing in the Dream Team, just in terms of like getting people excited about this and kind of putting it out there that we're doing something new, and what's some of the content that you're thinking you'd be doing in there?
Yeah, you'll see me on Facebook sharing content, and really the content, it all ties in together, and it's a lot of daily action. And I'll be sharing, and I do hope that other people share as well, because a huge part of this is just the examples of those daily routines. For me, a big one is waking up 15 minutes before my kids wake up. I've got 3 kids, and if I wait until they're awake, then the day starts based on their priorities. Like, can you make me breakfast, or, which clothes you're going to wear today? Like all of these things, whereas just 15 minutes earlier, and I can take care of a little bit of exercise, a little bit of breathing, some mindset, my day starts on my terms. And so sharing an example like that on Facebook, it relates into a couple pieces of the course content, but it also just gives people that very small example. So if you're someone who wakes up with your kids, you think, oh, you know what, that extra 15 minutes would be totally worth it. Maybe I'll go to bed 15 minutes earlier, give it a try. And, I'm only one person, but, when Darren talks about his health concerns and shares just that simple example of how the challenge and then how he overcame it, the more people we get doing that within the Dream Team Facebook group and the Positive Shift Academy Facebook group, it's going to create just a massive movement towards health. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of those.
Awesome. And Tim, some of the people are asking about some of the more advanced stuff, like the more one-on-one stuff and the more custom stuff. Can you kind of talk about what your vision is for that, when you think some of that will be available?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be talking about that on Monday night on the first webinar. The one-on-one coaching and custom programs will become available on Monday, or I should say after Monday, when we go over, the different options and how exactly that looks. Yeah, the fundamentals, I would say, really don't change with respect to goal setting and goal achievement, but the routines, it's challenging at an advanced level because, equipment, especially if you have advanced goals that are very specific, say muscle gain, or, you have specific equipment already in your home, you have a gym membership, it's going to look a lot different if you're going to a gym 5 days a week than if you don't have a gym. So it is going to be a little bit more unique. Every month we're going to have some sample routines as well that, if you're not wanting, or you don't really know where to start, you're going to be able to learn from sample routines that come out as well.
Right. And then, folks, correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, but I would expect a lot of that kind of one-on-one stuff is going to be, in terms of pricing. Are you going to have like set amounts on an hourly basis, or are you going to package it up and put it together, or how are you thinking you're going to sell that off? What's that?
All right. I'll give you a little preview. So $99 buys you a custom exercise routine and meal plan. This is something that we build just for you based on your goals specifically, but doesn't necessarily include coaching calls. From there, then a step up from there would be one-on-one coaching calls, meeting with one of our coaches, Alyssa right now, is who's going to be taking that on for us in the beginning. And so you would be meeting with her every single week. So we would make sure that the routine she's built for you really does suit your goals, With respect to tracking, when it comes to goals, we want to make sure that you're moving towards them. And if we need to make adjustments, we'll make them right away. This is really like the premier version, right? Having everything customized just for you, meeting with your coach, checking in so that we make sure that it's working.
Yeah. And I see some of you are asking about replays if you have to miss one of the Monday sessions when you're plugged into the program. All of us who have been plugged into the beta test, we've been getting the replays. So if you ever have to miss one, we always just catch it afterwards. It's kind of like the Mastermind replays are now. You just catch it, you just play it afterwards. Tim, do you imagine that you would need like a repository of those replays, or are you just going to send them to people after the event and then that's going to be enough? Or like, would there be a reason why anybody would want to go back and watch it, say 6 months down the road or anything?
Yeah, some of them will definitely be banking, and all of them will be available in the short term. So let's say you missed this month's, you'll be able to see up to 4 that are previous, and then we're going to save the really good ones. Something I've learned from other areas. Some people just like to binge watch them, right? So you get into a group and you want to see you want to watch the last 16 chats where, because different things come up at different times of year, right? We're getting closer to the holidays, and there is some specific content coming out around navigating the holidays. Spoiler alert, it's not a good time to take on a nutrition challenge in December because a lot of people invite you to parties. It's a good time to be social. So our challenge for December is going to look a little different. And the replays will be, talking about that type of content. Then in January, it's an entirely different month than December for a lot of people.
Now, Tim, we had this question earlier today on the Coaches Mastermind too, but say somebody in the community is a coach. Is there a process that they can use to apply to join your team to become part of the program?
Or a trainer.
Or a trainer?
Yeah, absolutely. Given the amount of feedback and support we've had so far, I'll definitely be looking for more people. There's kind of 2 ways that I'll be looking for more people to be supportive. One is as a trainer, which we'd be going through an interview process and the whole thing. Best thing for them to do is probably on Flock or on Facebook Messenger, just reach out, connect with me. They can take the initiative and just go ahead and send me their resume and what they're looking for with respect to being an online coach. The second one, this is a incentive for anyone, whether you're a fitness enthusiast who has 0 training, or someone who has training, but is to be an ambassador. This isn't something we've announced yet, but this is a bonus and a new rank that'll be down the road for people who are, true ambassadors. They're bringing a lot of people along with them. They're inspiring a lot of people to be healthy. So we don't have the details firmed up on that yet, right now it's really all about the action taker award, getting in, taking action, but that's coming.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, I think that is an amazing overview for tonight. So I want to get Bruno and Virginia on here and give their little story here because they've got quite the journey to go over. But Tim, thank you for all of the information. I'm super excited about what's going to come out on Monday. Folks, keep in mind, this is a soft launch, right? So what we're doing here is this is basically step 1. Informing the membership about how this is going to work. Step 2 will be signing up the membership. Step 3 will be the evolution that comes after that. That's when we incorporate it into coaching calls and everything else. This is totally separate from Enagic. I want to make that point crystal clear. So this has nothing to do with UConn. This has nothing to do with points. Enagic doesn't even know about PSA because it's not their business. It just as Enagic is not Tim's business. So what we're doing here is we're plugging in 2 completely separate vendors, and you have the benefit of plugging into them both just because you are in here, in this unit, in this family, okay? So that's why you have access to both. For those of you that can't afford this right now because you're brand new, that is okay, guys. Don't even stress about this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And it'll always be here. It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
When you become a 4A, become a coach, you'll just do it then. It's totally fine. I don't want this to be a point of stress for anybody. I want you to be excited about this because I think this is definitely everybody's future here. And the more you get into this business, the more money you're making and the more success you're having, the more you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Believe me, guys, you need this. Talk to any major player in this business and they will say, yeah, I get it.
I've put on 20 pounds. I put on 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I put on 50 at my highest point. Broke the McCallum's bed. Oh God. How embarrassing to have to tell someone you broke their bed. Yes, it happened. So that's what I knew. I'm making a change, and I've already lost some of the weight, but yeah,
it's about a different lifestyle. You know, at the end of the day, if you really want to thrive, you got to start looking after yourself. And I don't care if you're 20 or if you're 40. You know, we all say, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself now what I know. That's just the way it is. So, you know, this is our way of trying to get this community just in a healthier position, not only now financially, but also spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with the Enagic products, because at the end of the day, they're health products.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you get to be 6A and beyond, you're walking on the stage at the Enagic conferences, you know? So that's another thing. Like, you're representing a really large health company, so you should also be healthy, right?
Yeah. Well, and you know, I know a lot of you joined because you saw what the Enagic products were. I've heard so many of you always tell me, you know, oh, you know, I was really interested in business. Then I watched coaching videos and I saw what the products were, and I was like, you've got me. Well, this again is just the next natural progression. I'm just so excited about this. I think this is going to be absolutely amazing. Tim, is there anything you want to wrap up with before we move on, bud? I'll give you a couple more minutes if there's anything you want to do a conclusion with. Oh, Tim, you're on mute. Awesome.
Thank you. I want to thank you all for, you know, giving your attention to me, and really just wrap with that, which is attention. And my hope is that you put your attention to your own health, whether you're signing up or not signing up right away or waiting until later. You put your attention to your own health for just, you know, a few more minutes every single day, because it's going to make a world of difference, not just to you, but also to the people around you.
Awesome. Awesome. Beautifully said.
And I really want to make that clear. We are doing this for the community. Mike and I don't make money off of this. We probably won't make really.
We've got a handful of directs. I mean, we're not making money on this.
Yeah, this is Tim's business, and we put all our buyers under people, so we don't really have any direct sales. So, you know, there's some people in the community who do mentor a lot of people, and they have a lot of directs. They'll probably make a lot of money, which is great, right? And then there's some people that have done what we've done, that put under, you know, and then it's up to them if they want to still put those people as their own direct for this particular thing or not. That's totally your decision. We're not doing that. I've already told our downline, the ones that we had direct, that they can give out their link to their people, even if it's a buyer that we gave under them.
Yeah.
And Nazreen had a question: what if your one of your directs passes for now? The person under them signs up then with your link, but then the middle person decides, oh, now they want to do it.
Then great. Now they're going to go sign up new people.
Yeah, they've already lost. You can't pass them.
It's exactly the same situation as Ukon. We've actually built this thing based on the Ukon model because we know it works. So if you have any questions, think of how Ukon works. And if you're not taking Ukon, you're not plugged into Ukon, you're not going to get paid, you're not going to get points. It's the exact same thing with PSA. If you're not part of the affiliate program, you can't sell it. Not to say you can't ever sell it, just simply plug in. It's easy. I mean, get a 4-month program, start it off, you're in. This is so accessible, guys. I mean, it's less than $50 a month, right? So, and I get it, if you're brand new, $50 a month is a lot of money. But if you're not new, then it's not as much money. And for those of you that are coaches, I mean, this is a no-brainer. I mean, one coaching call pays for your membership fee. Yeah. Right? 1 call a month. I mean, this is as simple as we could possibly make this, and as accessible as we can possibly make this. Again, just built on just how passionate we are about how important this is for you all. So I hope you give it some serious consideration. And again, if you have any questions about it, of course, there'll be plenty of opportunity to get those questions. We're going to roll all of this into the training and everything. So you're going to have plenty of opportunity, guys. Okay? Awesome. All right, Bruno and Virginia. Two of the sweetest people you'll ever meet, guys. And a nasty tendency for doing some really bizarre videos in snowbanks. I will say that too. But it's been quite the ride, folks. So let me just get you off mute here, get you on. Let's just make sure we can hear you. Say something for me.
Okay, can you hear us?
Beautiful. All right, folks. Well, the floor is yours. Tell us all about the journey, what it looked like, the challenges, the victories, all of it.
Well, thanks for having us. And that was a great presentation, Tim. Really looking forward to getting on that. Myself personally, since June, have lost almost 30 pounds. Just changing eating habits and just getting healthier. And I'm going to show you something because it's been really intriguing listening to Tim. It's going to be quick, so you're going to have to catch it. So this is me.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was beginning of summer. And 30 pounds gone. Bought size 30 jeans. I went from a 36 to 30. And yeah, really looking forward to this here because we talk about it all the time. Like we have a P90X. It just doesn't get out of the box. So different that might be effective, but yeah. But anyways, it's nice to see there's over 1,000 people on here tonight just to come to see us. Just kidding. Just kidding. So we're going to get to it here. So like our journey began back April 11th, 2017. I actually seen an ad. I clicked on it. And Virginia here was totally skeptic over the whole thing, but I kept pushing and having her watch the videos because I kept following it, and we bought in October of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
sat on the fence for 6 months, and that was kind of my fault because like Bruno said, I was the skeptic one, and I don't know, I just thought, oh, $99, like we don't really know, where this is going to take us, and just kind of really nervous about online because I was like being on Facebook, I would go on there and, look at pictures, family pictures, or, from friends and family, and that was pretty well it. So for me to, kind of put myself out there, I was just like, no, that's not for me. So, but
but look at you go now.
So so we became distributors October 2017, and we got our first buyer in December, and that was because it was a friend of ours. We had kind of talked them into joining us, and then so our first buyer from an ad, I think, was February of 2018. So it took us about 4 months, I guess. And back then, that's when, you started at $5 a day for advertising. And so, I mean, we did actually really well at that time.
Yeah.
And, had quite a few buyers over the next few months after that. And let's see, 3A, we reached April 2018. And then I think it was a month after that, we reached 4A. So that was pretty quick. And then from 4A to 5A was the longest. That took us 11 months.
Yeah.
So that was from May to April 2019. And then from 5A to 6A took us 3 months. And we achieved that in July here that just passed. So, but yeah, I mean, the journey has been amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of ups and downs.
Mostly with family. Like we always stayed plugged in. Just kind of touch on that a little bit here. Like over the last 2 years, like when we joined, like my mom was going through chemo and cancer, and that just progressed, and it put everything on hold. Like in 18 months, I put 71,000 kilometers on my truck. Mostly driving back and forth to Saskatoon. My mom wasn't going to make it. We're going back, and then we have to come back here, and then we got to go back there. And our son, that's another story. In what, since last September, 22 times in the hospital, you know, and so we've had our challenges. Last year, I lost my youngest brother. So, like, you know, lots of traveling. But you know what? One thing, and not looking for like sympathy or anything like that. What it is we knew ourselves that we needed this to work for ourselves. And this is why we got into this business, is to have that extra time to do what we want. And it was perfect for us. The timing for me was perfect when I seen this ad, and I just said, man, this seems so good. Like, you know, and needed to get into it, and we overcome all these challenges in our own family life, and we're still going through them, right? Like, we have one more hurdle to go through, and that's our son. He has to go through a major operation, and we've been waiting almost a year here now for that. And like, you know, it's just one thing after another, but this is it. But we stayed plugged in that whole time, and it just goes to show you that if you put your mind to something, you can make it work. It's you know, no matter what goes on in your life, if you really want something, you're going to go for it, and you're going to get it, and you're going to achieve it, and never give up. Failure is never an option.
No, quitting was never an option for us
failure.
either, because we did this full time, and this was our only income at the time, right? Because we had both been laid off and that, but and we just never gave up, and we just kept moving forward, and and look at where we are today.
Yeah, we love it. So, sky's the limit, and we're going to keep climbing. Like I said, we're not going anywhere. We're plugging at this until we, you know, achieve where we need to go, and that's as far as we can. You know, and I don't know. You got anything else, sir?
No,
you know, you guys, you make it sound so natural to stay plugged in when life keeps throwing so many curveballs at you.
Yeah,
it's not easy. Maybe you can kind of give folks some perspective on, like, what are your personal tools? Like, how do you stay plugged in when everything's hitting the fan?
Well, that started 28 years ago when our son was born. And he was born with OEIS. And I'm sure you've all seen that video with Skylar. Well, you times that by 50, that's our son. So we've always, I don't know, at first it was really hard. Like, because he spent a lot of time in the hospital when he was born before we got him home. And then, like myself, I went through depression, like major depression, to the point where I hit the floor several times where I couldn't even get up, just convulsing, and it was at that point where I knew I had to change. And Virginia was the backbone for sure. She was there through the whole thing. And the second time in the hospital by ambulance from our house, that was it. I went through a treatment and got my life back on track, because I thought it was end all. Like, I just didn't know how to deal with that personal trauma, I guess. But after that, going through all that, everything changed for us. And it was like, you know what? Life can throw anything at you. You just got to grasp it and run with it. And just, you gotta tell yourself things will get better. You always have to. And I don't know, am I saying that right? Like,
no,
I'm kind of rambling
right
on here, but it's kind of hard to describe, like, where we've lived it all our life. And, you know, hospitals, geez, like we in and out all the time, like, you know, for the last 28 years. So I
think it was just something that we had learned
early on,
early on, to overcome hurdles and obstacles and things like that. So that's kind of why. And we're, we always try to stay positive or see the bright side in things, I guess you could say. And so that was kind of our
and we love humor. as you can kind of see. And I think, well, she has no choice, but well, I guess she does. But she always has a choice. But no, humor in her life is something that's kept us together. Like we've been married now 35 years, 6 years coming up next year. So, been through a lot, and we're still together. And I think that says something right there. So, we love life.
Certainly does.
Yeah.
Guys, why don't you talk a little bit about your relationship in the business? Like, where did you kind of create the divide? Who does what?
Well, we both do the coaching calls.
Tag team.
Yeah, we'll each kind of take parts of it or whatever, and kind of do our own thing that way. Now, as far as, so Bruno does mostly Facebook stuff. Like, he tries to do most of the posting and most of the commenting and engaging and so on. I'll jump in there every so often, but I do mostly the stuff on the computer, or keep track of Team Tracker, and doing up the ads, and I'll ask for his opinion if I'm creating an ad or something, or the wording, pictures, whatever, or if we do a video ad, of course it's the two of us. But it was, we just kind of work together that way, and we found that it works.
Yeah, so
it works for us.
Yeah, it's more efficient that way. I type too slow, and it drives her nuts. So I'm on the 3 fingers now. I used to be 2, but I'm into the 3 finger. But
you're moving on up.
Who's
better at coaching calls?
Actually, you know what? I think it worked really well for the two of us. Like I think we're.
I have done
a couple by
myself, where he had something else going on, but
You mean you guys actually literally both do one call together?
Like speakerphone?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
We've had a lot of people come back and say it was amazing talking to us, and the responses and the emails back, and just love talking to us. And like, we personalize it too. And when I get chatting, I really do a pretty good job of it, but
it's usually not a half an hour. Sometimes it can go up to an hour.
Yeah.
And that's with him talking.
That's
awesome. All business. It's all business. Like but they feel great when they get off. Yeah.
Throw some, personal in there too. So
I don't know how many elbows I've had in the ribs from Virginia. Like, enough. Like, just.
In terms of the ads you guys running, are you doing like video ads, story ads, pictures? What kind of things do you find your kind of flavor best with?
Yeah, we did actually. Conversion ads have been have worked the best for us.
Yeah.
I've tried all of them, and actually the best one was our bio ad. We had that running for the longest, probably almost a year. And that's the one that did the best, surprisingly, because it was quite long. And that was just, like I said, a bio and a picture of us, and that was a conversion ad. And then we have done a couple video ads that did really well. And so we're just actually working on another video ad now. But we've tried them all, like engagement, lead ads. Never really.
Engagement was the best.
Yeah, engagement worked okay, but conversion, we always go back to conversion because that seems to work the best for us.
Mm-hmm. How's your ad budget changed over time? You mentioned you started with $5, which a lot of people did back in the day.
Yeah.
How has that evolved over time?
We went to $10 then when it came out to, said start at $10. So we tried that. We've gone all the way up to, I think, about
we were 100 there for a while.
Well, two ads running at about $50 each. But even then I didn't find that it worked that well. I found around the $20-25 a day mark works much better for us. So yeah.
And are you
per ad or like $13 per ad kind of thing?
No, it was like
25
per ad. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys just targeting Canada? Are you international or?
No,
Canada.
we've always just stuck to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've in total maybe 1,000 leads.
In 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's.
So, but maybe more now.
And have you guys ever been actually shut down, like had an ad account shut down or anything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Once or twice?
It was actually at the beginning of this year. We were shut down. Totally, like 2 business managers and however many ad accounts. So that was really devastating because we thought that we were invincible and it would never happen to us. And it did. And so it took a little while to get back because it was like, I don't know, like I said, we were devastated. I mean, we had a good business page going, you know, quite a large following, and it was just like, oh no. But anyway, we did get back up and running and got a second page going. And then about a couple months ago, we were restricted. So then it came up saying we were restricted from advertising. So I created a new personal profile because the original business page was under Bruno's profile. And then the second page, I did that under my personal profile. And then when we were restricted, then I created a new personal profile myself. And now we're able to, have business managers and ad accounts under that. So, yeah, but no, we just.
Well, we kind of freaked out too because we thought maybe it was something to do with something I posted.
Well, it was a long run. I mean, you guys have been advertising for quite a while up to that point.
No, yeah, and that's why it was so. Like such a
You
shock.
could probably still, if you created a new profile, you could make that profile the admin on your old page if you still kept your old page. Because I was able to go back to my original page.
Oh, okay.
With another admin, like with adding a new admin and start advertising again. Because it's not the page that was flagged, it was the domain in my case. And then whatever the ad, I always run quite aggressive ads, but the page itself was fine. You can look, and if your page is fine, there's a place to check, and my page had no flags or anything on it. So
ours doesn't either.
So you could go back to that probably.
Yeah, we're still posting on both business pages.
Yeah, that's good. That's good then. Yeah.
Going. So I never thought about going back and adding a different admin to it and see what happens. But I'll have to try that.
We were kind of scared though, something like that. So you never know with Facebook. Mm-hmm. There's never any ill intent, but just some of the things that they flag you for, you just don't know. Just kind of cautious. I kind of backed off for a bit with anything in my humor. Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you guys put on your page when you're not putting ads out? Like, what's kind of some of your regular content?
We do try to include a picture of the two of us, and then we'll put like something motivational or whatever. But we always try to put a picture of the two of us on there. And on my personal, I kind of do some of the humor, but on our business pages, we kind of keep it business.
Well,
and a bit of some humor.
Our first business page, which was doing really well. We did a lot of outdoor pictures, like because we live at the cabin, wildlife, or going, quadding in the bush. We did more of that. And I think when that was kind of shut, or our advertising was shut down, it kind of I don't know. We didn't. So now our new page, we didn't continue with that because it was kind of our brand on our main page. So, but yeah, we try to do, family, or if we're out to eat, or just pictures of us, or, things like that. So.
And do you do much for Go Lives, guys?
Nope.
Much what?
Nope.
Me neither.
I don't know if have we ever done a go live on our business page?
Yep.
Oh, we have?
Yep.
Oh.
Did it involve a snowbank?
No, that was last year we did a go live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Jesus, Mike, I had to take an Ativan just to get on here.
How many ads did you guys test before you found your first winning ad? Somebody asked.
Actually, you know what? It didn't, because like I said, we started with our bio ad as $5 a day as a conversion ad. And that one we ran for almost a year.
It took off. First ad, wow.
Yeah, and I would bump it up, a couple dollars every week or something like that. But yeah, that was our winning ad, and that's yeah. And after that, it just, I tested a lot of different, like picture and video and different things, lead ads and engagement ads, and none of them worked as well as our original bio ad.
Oh.
And you know what the funny thing about it too is, we had it up and running for a month. We wouldn't touch it, and we were hardly getting any exposure, no leads. And then after a month, it just took off.
Went boom, it took off, and it didn't stop really.
No.
And did you guys ever go after your warm market? Like, did you go after friends and family, or was it always just advertising?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a few friends on our team. Yeah.
Right. And did they come to your business page, or did you have a strategy for them?
No, we reached out.
Yeah, we direct them to our page.
Yeah.
And then we got business. And then we got business cards and started handing them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've even had a couple of there was leads there. That one, there was a lead that reached out to us and asked if he could call us. I said, absolutely. I told him right away to sign up and get it, and he became a buyer within 3 hours, I think it was. And I said, it's too much information. It just really is. Like, you don't want people like, you can talk yourself out of a deal for sure. So I'd rather get them. I said, just sign up, and you'll get all the information you're going to need. And it happened so fast, and it worked out really good. And that's actually happened a couple times.
Yeah, a lot of times people just want to talk to someone
to see that you're real.
See that we're real. And we even had, actually it was a buyer, but the buyer wanted to do a face-to-face coaching call. So we actually did through Messenger. I think he was from the UK or something.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
But and he became a distributor. But just goes to show you how people just
caught us off guard.
Well, yeah, it did.
My hair was a mess.
But yeah, no, it was. It's good.
Yeah, I don't like giving out too much information. I'd rather have people come into the website and go through the whole deal. It makes more sense. Yeah.
Good. Cool. All right, guys. Anything else you want to wrap up with before we pop off?
Oh, I think we're good.
Thank you so much for having us and
thanks
everybody. Creating this wonderful business, the three of you as well, Leanne.
You guys are rock stars. I know 6A2 is right around the corner.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say? Or Leanne, is there anything else you want to say before we pop off? We're just at the 90-minute mark here, guys.
You just unmuted me while I was trying to unmute myself. beautiful story, and they say it so eloquently. And yeah, we were restricted, and yeah, we were shut down. And I'm thinking, I love the calmness about that, and I loved everything. I mean, obviously I've heard everything Tim presented, and I full-on believer in the program as well.
Yeah.
Because I do agree. One thing Darren said earlier was when you feel better about yourself and so forth, it does come across on your page. It will transfer to your page. People can pick up on your energy. And I totally agree with that. 1,000,000%. Those endorphins kick in, and I am ready to do a go live. So that's all I want to say on that one.
1,000%. Couldn't agree more.
I get it. Like I'm the worst. You can ask Mike how many times I don't want to do the webinar because I'm like, oh my God, my face is so fat and I don't want to come on here, you know, and I will hide under a blanket until it's like 5:59 and Mike will be like, get out here, you know. Like, and so it's just, and that's why I stay in the back so that my face looks smaller. You know, it is what it is. You know, everybody's got their stuff, right? And that's why we're doing it. I'm excited because now I have the support of so many people, and normally I don't need support from anyone. I'm very independent. I'm able to do so many things on my own, but this is an area of my life that I do need the support of people. I'm very weak when it comes to food and being lazy and not doing exercise.
Well, that's huge for you to even be able to admit that. So kudos to you.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up. We've been here 90 minutes. That was a ton of information. So thank you to Bruno and Virginia for coming on and sharing your story. Thank you to Tim for coming on. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped for where we're going with this. I think this is just the first step of amazing things to come. So rest assured, guys, there's going to be more information coming. Those of you that are ready to get plugged in, just simply reach out to your mentor for the affiliate link, and let's do this. Let's get on and make it happen. We'll see y'all on the other side. Good night, guys.
Everybody.